Good morning, my Facebook family and friends. Today, I want to talk about what I'm going to talk about. Oh, identity. I remember almost a year or so ago, I posted on Facebook talking about having an identity crisis. In other words, a person trying to discover who they really are, and I began to share, my life story, everything that I've been going through and stuff. So in this particular round, I want to kind of do the same thing, but I want to reboot it a little bit. So first of all, um, huh, first of all, I'm not considered as a preacher kid. My father and mother, they're both ministers. My father, he was a Baptist minister, a Baptist assistant pastor before he passed away in 1999. My mother, she's an evangelist slash prophetess, and she's still currently living right now and still doing the work of God currently of this day. So within my household, we had two different belief systems. Once we had one that was the Baptist belief system. Then we had another belief system that was based on observing the Sabbath and keeping the commandments. Where within these belief systems, it most definitely caused some controversy, some division, separation, and the like. But throughout the disadvantage of it, as me as a child growing up, it actually had me looking at things in two different perspectives. One, a Baptist perspective, and another, a more um, Sabbath perspective. And ultimately, it made me, it put me into a situation where I had to really reevaluate myself when I became older. Reevaluate the whole concept about religion and God and everything else, and also had me reevaluate myself as a man as well. Because in my world, I've just been taught different things about being a man. A man have to provide for his family. A man have to do this. A man have to do that. Um, you know, so as I got older, I began to just really reevaluate myself, reevaluate where I need to go. And so, as of right now, I am more consciously aware of who I am, which is that I'm a child to the Most High God. Period. My strength relies on, of course, the Creator and every potential that He given me to do or to maintain or to become. But also it's up to me to as you say, tap into my ability, my gifts, so I can achieve this hard life. So that's to say that many of us, we're where I heard right now. We have different stories to share. We have life crisis, things that happen into our life that cause us to, really evaluate who we really are, and we try to look for any credible source possible, to find out who you really are. Some of us we rely on family to determine who we are. We rely on relationships. For example, a husband relying on a wife, or a wife relying on a husband, or a boyfriend relying on the girlfriend, or a girlfriend relying on the boyfriend. You know, but even within all that and stuff, with things happening to the relationship, you're back at square one trying to figure out who you are. Then even in most cases, many people they also rely, on God Himself to give some type of, identity of who you are and stuff. But I want to let everybody know and encourage everybody that discovering who you are is very vital and is very key. And I want to let you know that right off the bat, who you are, who you truly are, is a child to the Most High God. Period. Um, it don't matter about your religious background. It don't matter about um, your ethnic group. It don't matter about um, wherever culture you're living in or wherever life you're living in. It still comes back to the same source, which is you're a child to the Most High God. Period. So through this, I just want to reach out to everyone, and I also want to share and let everyone know that everyone goes through situations and everyone goes through problems, including myself. Um, Throughout this particular months or probably even longer stuff, I've been pushed to the very brink of my existence. I've been pushed to a certain point of my life where at some points life became even meaningless to me because it became so challenging and so difficult, and you just want peace in your life. But I just want to encourage everyone, including myself, that never give up as well. Long as you know who you are, which I keep reiterating that you're a child of the Most High God. Long as you know that, ultimately things is going to work out. God is going to work out in your favor and stuff. But you just have to keep constantly believing. You know what I'm saying? And most of all, it's a thing that I always tell everyone. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm learning that I have to apply this to myself. And this simple concept is this: is that you have to fight faith with faith. You have to fight faith with faith. So I'm learning this concept every single day that I have to do this. I have to apply this with everything that I do, every existence of my life. I have to apply this. Where if it's positive or negative, I still have to apply this concept in my life. And without it, there's no point of existing. Period. You know. So I just want to reach out and encourage everyone, including myself, that never give up. You know what I'm saying? There are things that set in this society and set in this world, certain standards that set in this world that forces many of us to bow down to that standards. But ultimately, what it means is that you have the choice. You know what I'm saying? You can either be part of the collective, or you can be an outcast. You know what I'm saying? You could be the one who's in the crowd, or you could be the different one that's out of the crowd, out of the box. You know what I'm saying? But just choose wisely. I'm not one of those individuals that I'm completely out the box. I'm extremely orthodox. Many people, they try to figure me out, but they just can't figure me out whatsoever. They try to analyze me or overanalyze me, whatever they want to do, but they constantly can't figure me out because I'm constantly evolving. I have different levels, you know what I'm saying, of me personally that no one can figure out, and that's one of my greatest strength, my greatest attribute that I want to inherit from the Creator Himself. Not to say that I'm using this for evil intent, but the written in the Bible is said. Written in the Bible itself, it says to guard your heart with all diligence, because outflows the issues of life. And that's honestly what I do every single day. It's really just guarding my heart, because you'll never know what's out there to try to destroy you. So I constantly be vigilant every single day. I protect myself, because if not, then there are things that are working against you that potentially destroy you. The reason why I know is because it happened to me. You know what I'm saying? Where my whole world was distraught. It was destroyed. Even tried to destroy my credibility. Destroy my integrity. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm still here and I'm still living. I'm still breathing, and most of all, I'm still here to throw inspiring things, to people, or to inspire people. Even when I'm going through the greatest thing and I'm going through the darkest hour of my life, you know what I'm saying, trying to fight my life, you know what I'm saying, trying to fight to protect my life and fight to protect my legacy as well. So never give up on family. Never give up Facebook family at all. Even though that I've never been posting lately on Facebook and stuff, I always be reading people posts, and sometimes I come in, sometimes I don't, depending on how busy I am. But ultimately also I'm constantly praying for people. I'm looking over people, and and praying also for myself. So um, I believe my time is just about up now, and in this particular rant. And once again, I just want to encourage everyone to fight faith with faith. I'm praying with y'all, and pray with me as well as we all achieve this thing that we call life. God bless y'all.